Welcome to Rad, a daily reader for Reddit. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. LPT. Don't ask a married couple when they are going to have kids. They might not be able to, and you'll ruin a day bringing up sad thoughts. They also might not want kids, and might not want to explain their decisions to you. 100% there is basically no good reason to ask this question. And no answer that would be anyone else's damn business. This and why don't you drink alcohol are the two questions I never want to be asked again. Or they may have had a miscarriage. There are better ways to broach the subject. You don't need to breach the topic at all. If you know them well enough, you'll know. If you don't, it's none of your business. If they actually tell you they're infertile, don't respond with just adopt. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Thank you. This is so freaking horrible of people. Rather than horrible, I think most people are honestly very naive about how complicated and sometimes unattainable their adoption process is. You'd think it would be a higher priority to match kids with good families, but it's so complicated and can be straight up out of reach for normal, not rich people. I don't have any personal experience and I haven't tried to adopt, but the little I've heard was eye-opening and sad. I wish it was more important to society as a whole. Yes, we considered adoption twice. Funny enough, we immediately got pregnant both times. Apparently nothing makes me more fertile than writing the first check to an adoption agency, which requires you to stop the process and wait. But it means we've taken the 12 to 14 hours of education 2 times now. Adoption is not pretty, regardless of the circumstances, even in the best of cases. Like the adorable reaction videos that occasionally make the front page, there's almost always a lot of pain, uncertainty, and false starts leading up to it, for both the children and the prospective parents. Then there are attachment issues, cultural clashes, even with domestic, monoracial adoption. Each individual family has a culture to adapt to, and let me tell you that while raising a kid from infant potato stage is hard enough, adoption requires you to jump on the train while it's running full speed. And maybe special needs. This is almost always the case with international adoptions these days, as the healthiest children are adopted domestically. The days of rolling up to China and taking home a healthy baby girl are long gone. The process takes months or years. It might require fostering, which can be a brutal emotional journey that is not for everyone. And we shouldn't be so goddamn flippant about it. It may take many thousands of dollars, after already spending many thousands of dollars on failed fertility treatments. And don't get me started on infant adoption. The wait lasts thousands of miles long. It's expensive, and the birth mom may have a legal right to take the baby back for up to 6 months later. 6 months. I don't dispute these rights should exist. But imagine living with the possibility that someone could take your 5-month-old away. Even if you're lucky enough to stumble on some teenager who just made a mistake and takes good care of herself, you might be paying her medical care out of pocket. Surrogacy is the same. There is no fantasy. This isn't a movie or a TV show or a classic novel. There is no just adopting. Do not say this to people. My wife and I tried twice. Both times ended in miscarriage. Both miscarriages brought my wife within an inch of death. I got a vasectomy very quickly after that. As much as we want children, I cannot do it without my wife in my life. Losing her, I know, would kill me inside. I would maybe have a child, but I know I would spiral out of control if that's how she goes. On top of seeing that child and being reminded every single second of my wife, I just couldn't do it. So, instead we will adopt. It's a long process, but there are plenty of children who need love. And boy howdy do we have an overwhelming amount to give. But in the meantime, anytime anyone asks me about kids, it's everything I can do to hold back the tears. And I'm sure it's even harder for my wife. And then on top of all of that, every year about October I suddenly get depressed and then realize that it's brought on because about that time is when that child would have been born. This is the year my child would have been 7. Frick, this is tough to put out there. But I'm glad I did. Edit, update. Thank you everyone for your kindness and encouragement. It's hard to express in words how it helps and makes me feel to read these comments. Sometimes, I don't know man. Thank you everyone. Extra edit. As is tradition. Thank you kind stranger for the Platinum Award. What do I do with it? Another edit. Thank you again for the gold as well, stranger. I've never felt the Reddit love before. This toast and experience has really changed my view of this community. I will continue to reply to every comment as often as I can. I'm at work though, and being a chef means I can't sly away to Reddit for the day. Yet another edit. There's a Hugs Award. Thank you strangers. You really have made my week. I've been going through some inconvenient medical issues. Just discomfort. Easily resolved with creams and antibiotics. But still, this whole week, and the outpouring of love and support from total strangers really helps keep a person feeling positive. Not able to or just not planning to. Either way, it's none of our goddamn business. I think you mean LPT. Don't ask a married couple when they're going to have kids. It is none of your freaking business. Like, don't ask any couple when they're going to have kids. And don't ask single people where their GFBF is every single time you see them. I want to punch my uncle in the face. To add to this, as soon as parents have their first child, it's not soon after when someone or multiple people start asking, when are you going to start on number 2? It's like, geez, just let them enjoy the first one for a little while. It's pretty rude and inconsiderate. Edit. Corrected spelling error. Plus secondary infertility is common. So even if they want another baby, they may not be able to conceive as planned. First time mistakes happen. They don't know your situation. What got to me is miscarrying. Everyone knew it happened but tried to cheer me up by saying if you got pregnant, you can do it again. And trying to politely tell people to stop bringing it up, but they do anyway because once again, they think it will try to cheer me up. Have not got pregnant again while many around me have. My cats and my fur babies. Wish people could accept that and talk about my chonk number 1 and meow monster number 2. They're great kids. LPT. Don't go outside or be around other human beings because inevitably they are going to stumble onto something that's going to upset you. Thanks for watching Rad. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. If you like these videos, check out Rad too.